What's going on, guys? Spoiler alert! That's right, we're going to be talking about spoilers today. What constitutes a spoiler, and what are the ethics of spoilers? We are going to break it down, and we have a panel. Who cares about spoilers? First, he is one of the stars of Sullivan and Son on TBS, Tuesdays, 10, 9 Central. When is it Mountain Time?
It's whenever the people that live in the mountains watch.
Steve Byrne. Steve Byrne, thank you for being here. He is the head badass at Badass Digest, and he grows a mean beard. Devin Faraci.
Hi, Al.
And he is the director and editor of Screen Junkies, the editor of Honest Trailers. Oh, my good friend Dan Murrell.
I still have to be here.
Yep. Let's open it up to everybody. What constitutes a spoiler? What's the definition of a spoiler?
I don't even know anymore. I get people yelling at me about spoilers for things that I'm like, well, that's just the premise of the movie. So I don't even know what a spoiler even is anymore.
Like in Lone Survivor, we know there's going to be one survivor.
Right,
okay,
it's pretty much given away.
Yeah.
We live in an age now where all these great comic books that you grew up reading are now coming to fruition, and they look fantastic. So because we have the access to all this information on a daily basis, and you go to the same maybe 7 or 8 websites a day, you're tracking your film that's coming out. And so there's almost like this responsibility you have with yourself where it's like, how much information do I want or not want when I go see the film?
We're living in like a spoiler culture where like, I think especially since we have Netflix, I'm going to watch it on my own time, but until I do, don't spoil it for me. And so it's like, now you have to constantly be aware because it's like somebody's like, hey, I just started watching Breaking Bad last week. Don't spoil it for me. It's like,
yeah,
well,
that's your own problem. And
yeah.
that drives me crazy. Once upon a time, TV especially, it was an appointment thing. If you wanted to watch your show on Monday, you watched it Monday. You came to work on Tuesday. But now it's this crazy, it's this thing where it's like, well, I haven't seen it. I have 7 of them on my DVR. Don't tweet about it.
Well, Hal, you asked what constitutes a spoiler.
Yes.
Like Andy, our boss, he even says that, like, and I somewhat agree, like, even if you just go on Facebook the night that Game of Thrones is on and just like OMG Game of Thrones, he says that's a spoiler because then you can't watch the show without expecting. I think that's kind of a gray area.
You know what? That really keyed in, like what you said about an innocuous tweet saying OMG Game of Thrones. Like, I knew something was coming, and then a really vague tweet kind of did the math in my head for me. Like, I knew that a major person was going to die.
Don't go on Twitter, man. Like, you know you're going to watch Game of Thrones in 3 hours because you're on the West Coast. Just don't go on Twitter for 3 hours.
But you're going to.
But that's, that's your choice, though. You made the decision. So I think for me, that's the other part that drives me crazy is people are like, don't tweet about it. I'm like, turn off the goddamn Twitter. I guarantee your job or your life does not depend on Twitter being on for the next 3 hours.
What if I'm not only spoiler phobic, but I'm addicted to social media?
You are screwed, my friend.
Oh, my God. Steve, what do you think? Like, just if I tweeted OMG Breaking Bad, first of all, is it a problem that I'm using OMG?
That's a huge problem, yeah.
Okay. Secondly, OMG Breaking Bad, just that I'm just saying, wow, Breaking Bad is mind-blowing.
Oh, I don't know what the harm in that is. It's just, it's just you saying, well, there's something. You didn't give anything away. There's no spoilers there.
Have you guys ever harshly admonished someone about spoilers?
I just did. I'm going to get yelled at for saying it again.
Okay.
Because I kind of got into a fight with a friend of mine on Twitter about it, which is that another journalist spoiled the end of the Avengers 2. And I just felt like it was not necessary. I felt like, I think a lot of people sort of who do what we do for a living know what's happening in Avengers 2, but that doesn't mean you have to spread it around so much.
Right.
And especially this particular ending beat, I thought was one that would be very nice for people to discover. So it's kind of a bummer.
I almost
that
want to leave right now because I don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm getting nervous.
Please.
I'm sitting here nervous.
But can I ask, as somebody who's, I'm not in the field that you guys are, what is the upside? Is it just getting traffic to your particular site? I don't understand the upside in almost ruining a film that is so anticipated for so many people. I don't understand why you would want to do that. It's like you have a responsibility.
95% of kids want to go downstairs at Christmas and
Right.
open all their gifts. There's always going to be that 5% of kids that sneaks out on Christmas Eve and opens up and looks at all their gifts. And if you're the person that's giving them that information, yes, you are going to get that traffic. But I suspect that the people on the internet that yell at you about spoiling things, I suspect that they're the same people that spoil things in turn, that post spoilers.
Hypocrites, the
Yes.
whole lot of them.
I think so.
I think that's the thing about spoilers is that it's your responsibility to not go on Twitter. A spoiler isn't that big a deal, but don't be a dick about it. That's the key. It's just a basic human etiquette of just don't be a dick.
Common human decency.
Yeah, it's just spoiling somebody else's good time just so you can get some kind of
a cheap thrill.
the worst people.
So we broke down a lot of stuff. Now we want to create the ultimate spoiler Bill of Rights. Statute of limitations on spoilers, what constitutes a spoiler. Let's start with movies. How long after a movie comes out can we start talking freely about what happened?
I mean, I think if we're going to be really good, not until home video, but I think realistically it's 2 weeks. If you really gave that much of a shit, go see it.
I think if it's any marquee, summer tentpole movie like a Star Wars or Avengers, you get 2 weeks. If it's like Sucker Punch, it's I'm gonna tell you how this ends so you don't go blow your
That's true. I would spoil Transformers 4 for everyone in the world if that meant they didn't go see it.
Oh, I'll spoil it right now. Buy Chinese products.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, with TV, it's 24 hours.
24 hours.
I really believe that if you care about Game of Thrones,
Yeah.
you will be watching Game of Thrones within 24 hours of its airing. Now, there might be extenuating. There's always going to be somebody who's has an extenuating circumstance. I was in the hospital, my mom died. Tough. You still have 24. It's an hour long.
It's like you need a note from your
Find it.
doctor.
Yeah, find it. HBO Go. You can watch it
Devin,
on
you're
your.
cruel.
You can
Yeah,
watch it
you're
on your.
really on it.
You know what? When
I
when
thought you
you're-
had Devin's a nice guy. He has that no dick zone on his
Ban your
website.
IP address.
Yeah.
But if it's TV, go yourself.
I just think that 24 hours is I think TV is inherently a social medium. For 90% of the population, I think a day or two is enough to catch up on a show if you care enough about the show to be upset that it got spoiled.
So it's the rule of 2. You get 2 weeks with a movie, you get 2 days with a TV.
I like that.
Fits nicely.
It's nice, yeah.
got a
it's-
ring to
yeah.
it.
Got spoiler George R.R. Martin here. No mercy.
Okay, so that's a rule. Don't be a dick. I think we can all agree.
That's
should
number
be a
one rule.
Okay.
Also, don't take it personally, because there will be people who, no matter what you do, we did a supercut. It was called the Spoiler Alert Supercut. It had a spoiler alert at the beginning. We still got comments saying you ruined 15 movies for me. It's so I think that's also don't.
Man.
It doesn't matter what you do.
You don't have to take out a vendetta against somebody for spoiling something.
Life will go on.
Life will go on.
Yeah, there's another movie right around the bend that's going to get ruined for you.
Yeah.
Life will go on, unlike for Ned Stark, who was brutally decapitated in episode 8 of the first season of Game of Thrones.
Guys, I think we came up with our spoiler Bill of Rights. Number 1, don't be a dick. Take other people into consideration for once in your life. Number 2, stay off of Twitter. Number 3, the rule of 2s. 2 weeks for a movie, 2 days for a TV show.
Number 3, rule of 2s. That's confusing.
So, wait.
Number 3 is the rule of 2.
Yes. And number 4, don't take it personally. Things will get spoiled. Life goes on. Guys, I think we did a real service for humanity today. What did you think of our spoiler Bill of Rights? Are there any amendments that you'd like to add? Leave us an answer in the comments section below. Tell us what you think about it. Best answer, we're going to send you a Screen Junkies t-shirt. I want to thank my awesome panel. Steve Byrne, check him out in Sullivan and Son. TBS, Tuesdays, 10, 9 Central. I'm not sure what Mountain Time is. The concept of it, I'm not sure what it is. Devin Faraci, Badass Digest. Dan Murrell, Screen Junkies, Honest Trailers. I'm Hal Rudnick. Hit me up on Twitter. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
He's not a bad actor. He's done other stuff and you're like,
yeah.
he's good, but for some reason in this movie, he is always off. Every line he says is off.
Plan on murdering me in my sleep.
What? No.